System-imposed time is time we spend on the administrative and related demands from people, peers and associates, other than our bosses and our own staffs, demands that are part of every organization. This is the time spent as just one of a seemingly countless number of pulleys on an endless administrative conveyor belt crisscrossing the organizational chart, dropping things off and picking things up. For you, the drop-off point is your in-basket, and the pick-up point is your out-basket. System-imposed time includes administrative forms to be completed, meetings you have to attend, and phone calls you must handle. For example, if your secretary elopes, that creates in your department what is called, in personnel language, an unfilled vacancy. When they fill it, they called it a filled vacancy. If you ask them to hire another secretary for you, they will ask you to fill out a form, write a job description, and so on. The time you spend dealing with these matters is system-imposed time. Some people call it red tape, some call it administrivia, some call it bureaucracy. Administrative red tape exists in virtually all organizations because staff departments that employ people to support everyone in line management are typically overworked and understaffed. A support person once explained to me why things are this way. There is no limit to how much can be asked of us, but there is definitely a limit of how much we can do. Therefore, support people can't possibly do everything that is requested of them. So in order to bring order out of chaos, and to make our own lives a little easier, they develop wondrous varieties of forms, policies, procedures, and manuals. The red tape takes time, so a lot of people complain about it, but ignoring the system's requirements is risky. Onken told a wonderful story about a manager whose chair had collapsed, and who wanted it replaced. Because he was busy, he had not taken the time to get to know anyone in purchasing, nor did he take the time to go and see them face to face to request a new chair. Instead, he made his request over the phone. He was under a lot of pressure at the time, and was annoyed because of the broken chair, so he was somewhat curt to the person in purchasing. The equally curt reply was, "We'll have to have that request in writing, and on the proper form." He didn't have the proper form, so he walked over to purchasing and, trying to keep his cool but obviously annoyed, filled out the form right there and shoved it across the desk. 10 days later, when he was expecting his new chair, that request form showed up in his basket with a note stapled to it that said, "Sorry, we cannot process this request because you have the wrong authorization number in box 9. He was livid. He called purchasing and chewed them out. When he finally calmed down, he asked them, "What is the right number?" With an audible chuckle, the clerk gave him an answer that was quick and to the point. "Let's get something straight. Our job is to spot the wrong numbers, and your job is to fill in the right ones." The manager repaired the old chair himself. We can't manage without the support of these people, and we need them more than they need us. So in order to survive within the organization, we have to conform to the red tape requirements of the system. If we give their requirements short shrift in order to spend our time elsewhere, they can penalize us in ways that require even more system-imposed time.